Shalom, shalom to the 144,000, the elect. Before I get started, let me give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Rakak Pudash. Double honor to the apostle Nels with a millstone. Peace and blessings to the brothers that are preaching the truth in the four winds of the earth. May Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, have mercy upon you. I'm starting this off with I can't show it because I'm trying to keep my the brother page, Arrows of Indignation 144, right? For those of you who are familiar with them, and maybe my page, no, Arrows of Indignation. I'm trying to keep it there steady so I can record all the videos that I got on here, so I won't keep moving the camera back and forth. So the name of his video is, "Hey Esau, your own women are turning against you. How does it feel? A clear sign you're losing power." So we got a few videos to go into. So we're gonna start off with this brother video here. So let's get it.
White men are the problem. White men, and white men particularly who desire power, money, are the problem. White men who cannot control their urges are the problem. White men who present a face of honesty and rectitude and caring, but who aren't, who are essaying children, are the problem. The secrecy is the problem. God help us all.
Oops, I don't think they meant for that to happen. In the process of people going through Epstein files and STDs and looking through history and all of these things, and looking at the people who are in charge of our country right now and the ultra far right leaning ideology, specifically those saying that whites are supposed to be the superior race. What they didn't expect to happen would be that people would start figuring out that the worst human beings are, in fact, white men. More specifically, wealthy white men. I don't think they meant for anyone to figure this stuff out. I mean, they've been controlling the narrative of history books for how long? But in studies that were done in even the early 19th century, they could find that the spreading of STDs was like 10% came in girls that were 13 and under, and upper class and middle class white families. I'm not laughing because that's funny. That's freaking terrible. But what's funny is now everyone is starting to figure it all out. And sure, there have been plenty of people screaming that that was the problem the whole time. Even I have screamed that on this page. But even I didn't realize that it's that deep. It's that deep. And since I know my content is being right now, I'll just also go ahead and say Katie Johnson's name again, because every time I say her name, I know for sure the video won't go anywhere. And again, I will say I believe that they are in a process of trying to normalize schmedophilia. I cannot tell you how many young men I have seen in comment sections of videos about Epstein who were like, dude, he's not that bad. Or even on other podcasts that I've been listening to, these guys come in and they're like, yeah, I'm one too. What of it? I'm going to squash any ideas you have about how this is wrong. What? Like, we went straight from, we hate people who do this, to a bunch of people not only accepting, but like claiming to be one of them. These files are horrific. I understand why people don't want to look, but we need to look because the fact that we have kept looking away for centuries is why we're here.
So this is a tough one to talk about I don't see any way around it. And let me apologize in advance to those white men who I am acquainted with and respect and love, but you've got to speak what's true. Pedophilia, victimizing of people who you have power over. In this case, the victimizing of children who you have power over. Has anyone noticed that in every arena, it is rich white men who dominate the field? We know Epstein, where it's so distressing that some of the richest men on the planet habitually sexually abused children. SA'd, I think I'm supposed to say, children. And they were tied together in secrecy, in keeping each other's secrets for decades. They were tied together financially. I think it was, if you deal with me financially and you become dependent or become intertwined, you're less likely to ever reveal anything about the things we've been doing in the dark. The same sort of ethic is true in churches, the Catholic Church, which for beyond decades, a century, kept the secrets of the white male priests who were essaying children. The same is true in small pastorates, small churches, where the pastor has a lot of power. Don't anybody say, oh yes, but it doesn't just have to do with that. I mean, a lot of women, still support these people. Sure they do. As long as women are in any way financially dependent on men, they're going to go along with almost anything, and that's just the truth.
Boom. Boy, if she didn't say a mouthful just then, if she didn't say a mouthful, who, like she said, it's still a lot of women in the churches that they do what? They support, they're supporting the men that do these things. Even the men that what? That laying out with other men, y'all support them as well. Y'all got that bad. But hey, it's not about y'all, but it is about you because y'all do support them. Y'all support the wickedness, man. Because the reason y'all support this wickedness is for the simple fact because, like she said, let's hear it again. Let's hear it again.
But it doesn't just have to do with that. I mean, a lot of women, still support these people. Sure they do. As long as women are in any way financially dependent on men.
Dependent on men that are doing what?
They're going to go along with almost anything, and that's just the truth.
Going to go along with just about anything. It's the truth. You can't get around it. But anyway, Obadiah 1:6. How are the things of Esau? I usually hit the brother precept first. Yeah, I know he did. I couldn't remember that. No, he didn't do that. No. How are the things of Esau? Obadiah 6. How are the things? What things, y'all? The inner workings of what? Of Esau's Edom. Right? The wicked elite. How are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up? How? First and foremost, through what? Through prophets. The prophets have always exposed the wicked through their wickedness. But a lot of you all, most of you are going to ignore in these last days because We're in what? We're in the kingdom of the wicked. Verse 7, Luke 8:17. For nothing is secret that shall not be made manifest, neither anything hid that shall not be known and come abroad. But check this out right here. Let me see something. Check this out right here. I've been holding this in for a couple of days now, right? Congress kills Bill, because I had to see was it really true? And anyway, Congress kills Bill exposing congressional sexual misconduct. Let's read a little further. Let's see something here. Hold up, y'all. Hold up. I want to pull it up, but this thing keep jumping over. Y'all bear with me here. I'm going to have to turn it down. I'm going to pull this up, right? Read more, but this thing keep jumping in the way. Congress kills bill exposing congressional sexual misconduct. Let me pull this up again. I'm going to turn it down. Go from there. Let's see something here. Y'all bear with me. Okay, Congress kills bill exposing congressional sexual misconduct. Washington, D.C., the House of Representatives voted overwhelmingly on Wednesday to reject a resolution that would have required the public release of reports related to sexual harassment and misconduct investigation involving members of Congress in their aides. The measure failed by a vote of 357 to 65. So we know what? That 357 of those members of Congress is what? Is all about what? The Epstein file. Right? You can't expose them. This is, you hear? Congress kills bill exposing congressional sexual misconduct. Let's read a little further. Supporters of the resolution argued, hold up, no, I'm good. The measure failed by a vote of 357 to 65, with lawmakers from both major parties opposing the proposal. The resolution would have directed the House Ethics Committee to disclose records tied to investigation involving allegations of sexual harassment or misconduct by members of Congress or congressional staff. Why are they doing this, y'all? Because why? Because you wouldn't have what? You wouldn't have a Congress. You wouldn't have a what? None of it's meant, because they all are wicked. And it ain't about no damn Democrat, it ain't about no Republican, it ain't about no right, no left. They all are what? Of some what? Supporters of the resolution argued that the public has a right to know whether taxpayer dollars have been used to settle sexual harassment claims involving elected officials quietly. Now, y'all know good well that this sexual harassment or misconduct goes into what? Goes into the Epstein file. Y'all know this here. This is all this is. This is what this is. Supporters of resolution argue that the public has a right to know whether taxpayer dollars have been used to settle these claims, right, involving elected officials quietly. Critics say congressional settlement have historically been handled through confidential processes, often drawing scrutiny from watchdog groups and transparency advocates. During debate on the measure, Anna Paulini Luna accused colleagues of shielding misconduct and preventing transparency. Hey man, this thing is blowing. This thing is blowing wide open. I mean, wide open. Let me read a precept right quick. What I want, Isaiah. Let's get to Isaiah 29. Isaiah 29 and verse 15. Woe unto them that seek deep to hide their counsel from the Lord Yahweh. And their works are in the dark, and they say, who seeth us? And who knoweth us? Right? Esau eating wisdom, which is the what? That's their wisdom of this world. Hey man, who has more confusion than America, man? Who will one more, right quick. Nahum. What I want? Nahum 3. Nahum 3 and 5. Behold, I am against thee, saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts. I will discover thy skirt. What that skirt? You're gonna lift that skirt up, y'all, and see what's under it. Right? I mean, you're gonna expose them unto thy face. And I will show the nations thy nakedness, and the kingdoms thy shame. I'm going to continue, but let's read along. Let's read on. During debate on the measure of Anna Paulina, Luna accused colleagues of shielding misconduct and preventing transparency. We know that members of Congress are using taxpayer dollars to pay sexual harassment. The member said on the House floor, we just had a member of Congress literally sexually harass a woman. Then what? Then lit herself on fire, and you guys all protected him. Wow. The allegation referenced a recent controversy involving a member of Congress accused of harassment, though details surrounding that incident remain under dispute. The fair resolution means the ethics committee will not be required to publicly release investigative reports related to a sexual misconduct case, leaving the current disclosure process largely unchanged. The issue of congressional accountability in the use of taxpayer-funded settlement has periodically resurfaced on Capitol Hill, with critics arguing the system allows allegations to be quietly resolved without public scrutiny. Look at that. NYPD commander under Epstein guard Google him right before his death. Biden let it rip. Let's see something here. That's it, y'all. So let's go right here. Let me kill it. Now I'm gonna leave that right there. Let's go right here. Let's go right here. This is Georgia. Georgia Maloney. I think what it was. Georgia Maloney, right? Listen to this, and I'm gonna go back over here right quick. I'm gonna go back over there. I'm gonna read some of them. Okay, Georgia Maloney has never been mistaken for a progressive. The Italian prime minister has built her entire political identity on conservative values, Western alliance, and strong institutional loyalty. She is not someone who makes statements like this carefully or without understanding exactly what they mean on the world stage, which is precisely what she just said cannot be dismissed. Listen up. Maloney has publicly declared that Israel has violated international law, humanitarian law, in that the global community must respond with isolation, not a diplomatic warning, and not a carefully worded expression of concern, a direct call for Israel to what? To face consequences from what? International community. So Israel in America, they're on trial with the world. The world is tired of these two demons, America and which is Babylon, and small hatters, Benjamin not a Jew. They're what? They're tired of their shit, man. The world. And they're actually on trial. Worldwide. Let's read a little further. The Western coalition was already showing serious cracks before this. Spain blocked U.S. military bases. NATO allies are openly disagreeing in public. So nobody's hiding their hand anymore. They're doing what? They're coming out in the open, and they're what? They're blocking America and Israel, especially Israel, right? And now, one of the most recognizable conservative voices in all of Europe has drawn a line that puts her firmly outside the position Washington expected its allies to hold. When leaders like Maloney start speaking this language, something fundamental has changed. This is not the fringe anymore. This is the center moving. Does Maloney's statement change how you see the international response to this conflict? Sound below. Let's read this here. Georgia, Maloney says Israel has violated international humanitarian law. It must be what? Isolated globally. Globally. So we know that what? If Benjamin Netanyahu being isolated globally, you know America is what? Is leading. I mean, it's hey, riding the tail of what? Of Benjamin Netanyahu. Let's read some of these now here. Okay, Margaret says, is she also condemning the actions taken by U.S.? See, there we go. U.S. and disallowing the U.S. the use of Italian military bases. So you allowing them, same people. You know, Israel and U.S. They're what? They're one and the same. And the world knows this here. When and where Maloney said this, yeah, whatever. There was somebody always trying to let me do this right quick. Let me just read it. He said this is a fake news. When and where Maloney said this. Let's read the replies. Exactly, right? And he said, my question is when and where Maloney said this. Neither newspaper nor media reported this sentence. Really? Really? Would they really do this? Would they really put this in the news? Would they really do this here? Okay, he said, yes, I think you are correct. Unfortunately, Maloney doesn't seem to have aligned Italy with Spain at all. Okay, they have what? Reportedly it because she never said it. I'm in Italy, right? Okay, no, of course. Europe is the USA Air Force carrier. But who, I mean, we all know that what? That those countries are blocking America. So if they're blocking America or blocking Israel, they're one and the same. Really, American Air Force bases. Right? So it's true. This actually was 2 days ago. So this has already been what? I'm reading something that was 2 days ago, right? Europe is what? Is the USA aircraft carrier from where the project Power. I actually got one that's a little more recent. Yes, she did. Big mouth. Good question. I am Italian, and I hope those bases are closed as soon as possible. See, it already happened, so it ain't fake. You know, people. You know, it's just like people love to say everything is fake. This is fake. This is fake. Why? That's just like they trying to say when you see the Epstein files. This is fake. That's not fake. That's real right there. But this is fake. That's fake. What this is about here? Okay, before I actually go into this right here concerning Russia, let's go back over here and read. No, let's go here. Let's go here. Hold on, what was I reading? Hold up, y'all. I was reading something else. Y'all bear with me. I done went back to it like this thing want to have a mind of his own. This thing want to have a mind of his own. Congress bill. Did I read all that? I think I did read all that. Oh, y'all bear with me. Let it catch up. It's like they want to do what the hell they want to do. Let me go over here. Let me go. You know, I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna go on here. Take time of Russia, right? I'm gonna go here. Let me read a little over here. Russia is still turning around though. Let me just get rid of it. Let me just get rid of it. All right. Russia intelligence sources have released. I'm just jumping around a bit. You know, it all refers to what? Refers to the war. You know, and then the hell that the world is giving, especially Israel, right? Israelis, or should I say? Well, Israel doesn't matter. Russia intelligence sources have released a startling report claiming that Israel has suffered massive personnel and strategic losses following the what? This is today, right? Following the what? The first 72 hours of Iranian retaliatory strikes. According to these findings, the casualties include high-ranking officials and specialized personnel, including 11 nuclear scientists and 6 IDF generals. Listen up. The report specifically highlights a critical scrutiny breach at the what? The Mona nuclear facility, suggesting that Israel had lost operational access or control over the site during the height of the what? The bombardment. This would mark one of the most significant strategic blows to Israeli national security in decades, targeting the core of its defensive and scientific infrastructure. And you know what? I just seen what that was. I think Benjamin not a Jew told his citizens that they was on their own and that they can't. I think no, I don't think I know. Iran knocked out their warning from the missiles. So in other words, they targeted. I seen it, y'all. I mean, I've seen several videos on it, and I seen news stations outside of American news stations. They ain't, and I've seen video that people posting it, short videos here and there, here and there. Hey, hours and hours of it, right? They have knocked out their what do you want to call those alarm? They telling them when the missiles coming, when they get ready to come. They say they got between 60 to 90 minutes now, and that's not enough time to warn them concerning when it's coming. So they say Iran is targeting the neighborhoods of the Israeli peoples. So let me show you. Read on. Right here say, hold up. This will mark one of the most significant strategic blows to Israeli national security in decades, targeting the core of its defensive and scientific infrastructure, should I say. Beyond high-level leadership, the data suggested a heavy toll on the Israeli military operational capacity, with what? With report of 198 Air Force officers, 198 Air Force officers, and 462 soldiers deleted in action. That's what they counted now. Additionally, the Mossad intelligence agency has what? Allegedly lost 32 agents, indicating that the Iranian retaliation successfully targeted sensitive intelligence, nods, and what? And personnel. While Israeli officials have not yet confirmed the scale, like they will. They'll probably tell you still ain't about one person was deleted. While Israeli officials have not yet confirmed the scale of these specific figures, the report from Moscow, which is Russia, Moscow underscores the high intensity of the 2026 conflict retaliation phase, the coordination required for such precise strikes on scientists and generals suggested that Iran utilized advanced intelligence, potentially aided by what? By outside powers, and we know who that is, Russia and China, to bypass traditional air defense umbrellas. We are continuing to follow these developments at tech time as the fog of war remains thick over the actual casualty counts in the region. Stay tuned for further updates on how the Israeli government and the IDF plan to respond to these reported losses and status of the Mona facility. Let me see what I got here. Okay, here we go. Just in, Russian intelligence confirms Israel loses its access of the Mona nuclear and suffering huge losses of 11 nuclear scientists, 6 IDF generals, 198, I just read this here, of officers, that's 462, and 32 Mossad agents within first 3 days of of Iranian retaliation. Let's read some of these comments down here. Tech Times says, if these numbers are accurate, do you think this level of loss will force Israel into a immediate defensive posture, or will it trigger an even more aggressive counter strike? Hey man, Trump at the point now. He might be at the point now. I mean, well, he don't want them folks. He don't want that hidden information of him doing what he did to children and so forth and so forth and so forth. Just like none of these so-called listen, man. Now, for those people, for the people that been around for a while, at least 30, 40, 50 years, 60 years or whatever, they've been around, they know this to be true. They know this to be true. Because, but now we're at the level, we're at the time of when verse 5, Nahum 3 and 5 again, behold, I am against thee, saith the Lord of hosts. I will discover thy skirt, meaning expose them, upon thy face, and I will show the nations thy nakedness, and the kingdoms thy shame. And I will cast abominable filth upon thee, and make thee vile, and will set thee as what? As a gazing stock, meaning someone that is being mocked and despised. No one wants to be a part of Israel or U.S. because they know that they are wicked. And it shall come to pass that in all they that look upon thee shall flee from thee, and say, Nineveh was what? Was a Syrian city, but now this is what? Well, it's America. It laid waste Who will bemoan her? Whence shall I seek comforter for thee? So America is going to be exposed and continue to be exposed like no other, just like Israel, right? Like I said earlier, let me see. Hold up, it might be it right here. I can't remember where I put it up or not. Now this is another one here, right? Let me read a few more, then I go to that. Now the next one goes into Trump. Trump being the generals went against Trump. Okay, I don't know her name. Martin something. Martin. So the Samson doctrine is not operational anymore. If that's so, I'm buying a fringing campaign to celebrate. Hey man, the world is celebrating Israel downfall. The world is celebrating. Now, like I've said earlier in the week, made a couple videos concerning these people. These people been crying wolf for so long, and now all they crying wolf then become a reality for them. What? That the world hate them for real now. The world hate them for real. You know, that's all they used to bring up, which was a bunch of lies. But now the world knows and the world sees, because the Most High Yahweh Shem Yahweh said, I will show the nations thy nakedness. And this is what they're being exposed like no other. William says, well, in the words of Mortal Kombat, finish them. See that? And these are so-called white people. No, that's a brother right there. But most of them are so-called white people, man. Everybody wants to see these rats fall. Aaron say Russia has some of the best intelligence assets globally. Do your research. The Russians had spies when we built the first atom bomb. Oh Lord. Timatio says, I was wondering when the Iranians would target Dimona in the desert of southern Israel. What goes around comes around. So we're there. Let's go over here. Let's get on Trump now. Right? Because they all are what? Israel, where we talking about Israel, oh man. They just took it from it, man. Hold on, let's see if he's gonna jump in. Man, they just took my video, man. It was about, let me see something. Let me see, can I put it up? Man, boy, I tell you. It was about the generals. I had it. Y'all bear with me. Damn. Let me see something, y'all. Y'all bear with me. See something. Look real quick. I guess like I'm gonna be doing the same thing I did the other night. Let's see something. I know I saved this here, man. I know I did. But I see now they're just as bad when it comes to they were just as bad than YouTube when it comes to what keeping information and snatching stuff from you. Iranian launch a heavy attack. No. No, they took it, y'all. So it's over. It's gone. It's gone. So let me scroll back up here for a minute. Iranian officials have accused Israel of launching false flags. Yeah, we know they done that. You know what? Let's click on this here. Let's click on this one here. Concerning Israel with all of the false flags, right? And then I'm going to go into my lesson. Right? Okay, Iranian officials have accused Israel of launching false flags. And we know they've been doing it. They even been caught doing it, right? Hold on, let me get this. Do this. False flag. Drone strikes on what? On Gulf energy. Oh, shit, hold up. Motherfucker, man. Bear with me, y'all. Let me see, can I get that one back? Y'all bear with me. Okay, here we go. They took it. I got it over here now. Let me see if they're gonna let me keep it this time. Okay, here we go again. Iranian officials have accused Israel of launching false flag drone strikes on Gulf energy sites to what? To frame Tehran. An ex-CIA expert suggests these covert operations aim to provoke Arab states in their ongoing war. And I read another one, right? I mean, they're not only doing it in the Gulf, right? They actually been doing it in the European EU nations, right? They've been firing missiles or drones or whatever at them and then trying to blame it on Iran. And I don't know who it was. Damn, I think it was UK. I want to say UK or either France. Or it could have been Spain. That, it might be in here. Hold up, y'all. It might be up in here. Y'all bear with me. Israel is covertly launching suicide drones to attack Gulf countries and then blame on what? Iran ex-CIA experts. Let's see. Okay, let's see if they speak about it. Let's go in the comments. If these accusations were true, do you think some countries might use covert operation to provoke a larger war in the region? There we go. Somebody like this devil here trying to offend Israel. Let's see. Do you think these? He put the same shit. No. Let me see. It don't matter. He with Israel. Look at him. This look at you look at this here. Who is this here? Yeah, he look like one of them. Let's go here. It's not covert when everybody knows you're doing it. Exactly. That what Carl Taylor said. It's not covert when everybody knows you're doing it. Yep. Just mean nobody falling for what? For their tricks anymore. See that? See, the world is on to these devils, man. They're on to these devils. And you know, they put people in the comment sections to do what? To deter you, to create doubt, to make what? To try to make it seem like this is not what happened. You know, they come in the comment and put what? That confusion in there. Sharon says they are using 20th century tricks to win a 21st century war. Everybody on to these devils, y'all. Tobias, what it is, King say Tobias, Petra, exactly. This is 2026, not 1945. Taylor says, Julian says, that's the whole point of their religious war. They want people to know so they can find more enemies to sacrifice to summon their what? The Antichrist. Ain't no one Antichrist, y'all. There are many Antichrists. You're against the Heavenly Father and His prophets. Then guess what? There are many Antichrists. Many. I'm not getting to that. I go to a whole nother lesson. I'm already 44 minutes in. So let's get into my lesson, y'all. So y'all see it. Israel in America is being exposed. There's definitely. Let's go to Luke. I think I read Luke 8. There's also one in Luke 12 too, though. Let's go to Luke 12, which is 12 and verse 2. Concerning, I can quote that. For there is nothing covered that shall not be what revealed, neither hid that shall not be known. That's what it says. Let's go to 2 Thessalonians. 2 2 Thessalonians 2 and verse 3. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there come a falling away first. And that falling away first was us in 70 AD. Well, we got rammed with our homeland. When we got ramshacked and them Romans came and what and ramsacked our home and what and kicked us out of what? Out of Israel. Jerusalem, or should I say. There come a falling away first. And that man of sin. Who is the man of sin, y'all? Esau Edom. And the world is on to his ass now. The world is on to him. Huh? Let me show you. Even their own women are what? Are on to their asses. Right? Let's hear that again. I love it. I love this video right here, y'all. I love it so much I'm gonna play it again.
Power, money are the problem.
Hold up.
White men who cannot control their urges.
Their urges, man. They are what? What urges that she is talking about? What urges is she talking about? Let's go to Hebrews. Hebrews 12 and 16. Lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau, who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright. He's against the Most High, y'all. He is a fornicator. He is the fornicator of the world. They can't control their urges, y'all. They got to mess with babies and drink blood, etc., 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 etc.
Are the problem. White men who present a face of honesty and rectitude.
Honesty come to you what? Daily. Yearly. And what? And lie to you in your face. And y'all know they be lying. And yet y'all still what? You still ride with the narrative. You still run your ass out there playing acting and playing your role like you actually making an example by going to the polls. Especially you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native, man. Don't be so ignorant.
And caring. But who?
One pedo over another pedo. One pedo over another. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there come a falling away first, that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition, the son of destruction. That's Esau Edom, the so-called white man. He have slaughtered more people than all. You put all the nations together. Nobody has slaughtered more people and shedded more blood than Esau Edom, man. But he is what? He is at his end, and he is being exposed for the devil that he is.
Who are essaying children are the problem. The secrecy is the problem.
Secrecy. What I just read earlier said Congress kills bill exposing congressional sexual misconduct, and y'all know that going into what? Going into that as well. The Epstein files, man. It is not a secret anymore. It's not a secret anymore that these devils are what? What that is Isaiah 47:3. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered. And thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man. So what? They're being what? The wicked works of what? Of this place of miracle is being uncovered.
God help us all.
Oops, I don't think they meant for that to happen. In the process of people going through Epstein files and STDs and looking through history and all of these things, and looking at the people who are in charge of our country right now and the ultra far right leaning ideology, specifically those saying that whites are supposed to be the superior race. What they didn't expect to happen would be that people would start figuring out that the worst human beings are, in fact, white men.
Huh? Psalm 64 and verse 2. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked. That's Esau, Edom. From the insurrection, meaning within, of the workers of iniquity. Drop down to verse 5. They encourage themselves in a what? In an evil matter. They commune, meaning they gather together, and look what they're doing now with their evil matter. They're doing what? They're trying to establish their own birthright. They're trying to establish that New World Order / MOTB. Don't take the chip, y'all. They'll commune or land or snares privately, meaning they say, who shall see them? Who shall see them? They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search, meaning they research evil snares like what? Like one will research the scriptures. They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search, both the inward thought of everyone of them, and the heart is deep. Verse 8. So they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All they that see them shall flee from them. Meaning they're what? They're exposing themselves. And their women are exposing them. There's no getting out from, hey man, you got to pray in these last days, man. You got to, I'll be hearing people say all this here, but you got to pray to Yahweh Shem Yahweh that he keep you from the wicked man. What that is, Psalm 140 and 1. Deliver me, O Lord Yahweh, from the evil man. Preserve me from the violent man. Who is that, y'all? Who is that? The so-called white man, the evil man. Verse 2. Which imagine mischief in their heart, meaning in their mind, continually are they gathered together for war. Drop down to verse 6. No, verse 8. Verse 8. Grant not, O Lord Yahweh, the desires of the wicked. Further not his wicked devices, meaning his evil plan or planning, right? Lest they exalt themselves. As for the head of those that compass me about, let the mischief of their lips, of their own lips, cover them. Let the burning coals, meaning the plea of fire, fall upon them. Let them be cast into the fire, into the depths, deep pits, meaning the grave, that they rise not up again. Let not an evil speaker be established in the earth. Evil shall hunt the violent man to overthrow him. So when that knows they call Halal Yahweh Bahashem, Yahushua Bahashem, Rokah Qudash, Shalom.